All I know about good makeup, I can tell you about good makeup. All I know about good makeup, I can tell you about good makeup. All I know about good makeup, I can tell you about good makeup.
I'm back. Welcome back to my channel. The struggle is real with Pajami, the makeup nurse. Today is First Impressions Friday and Flower Beauty. And it's also Beach Day, Grief Awareness Day, Roasted Marshmallow Days, and College Colors Day. All right. If you want to join the Pajami Club, hit that subscribe button, sit back, get comfy, and let's get started. And we're going to start with the Supernova Celestial Skin Elixir from Flower Beauty. Alright, we are going to try the Laura Geller Seasonless Staples Wildflower Wishes palette. And that's what these colors are. If I can get this thing off. Alright, let's go in with Marigold. Wrong brush, Jamie. Okay. And Laura Geller is known for the makeup for people my age and over. I've gotten all the Laura Geller makeup from Ipsy. I never even heard of Laura Geller until Ipsy. Okay, now I'm going to go in with Zinnia. Sorry. Make sure I've been in the camera. I hope our visitors come today. Today's Tuesday that I'm filming. And if they're going to come, they're going to come on a Monday and Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday, because it's a 4-day survey that they have to do every 3 years, but it's unannounced, so they could come at any time. And actually, we're not really due till December, but they've been coming early, and so now we have to be prepared until they come, like every single week. That's why I was like, man, I just hope they come so I can not have to worry about every day, every week. Okay, let's go with Bee Balm. Yeah, I think it's so dumb that it's unannounced, because I mean, I get it, but I mean, it's a triennial survey, so every 3 years they come. We expect them to come, and I don't care if you tell the hospitals the date that you're coming, they're still not going to be that prepared. I mean, and then they even took away the like 30 minutes notice or whatever. They usually by 7:30 would notify you in the website that they're there. Okay, let's go in with Daisy. You know, they would notify on the website that they're coming around 7:30. And then they'd get there at 8, and then, you know, do the opening conference and whatever. And even by they start rounding in the hospital probably about 10 a.m. when they start doing their rounds. So, you know, you have time to make sure you get your food and drinks out of the nurse's station and unclutter the hallways, don't block the fire extinguishers and all that stuff. Okay, now we're going to go in with the Flower in Your Prime illuminating primer. But anyway, so they have at least 2 hours, 2.5 before, and they would still find block extinguishers and all this stuff. And it was always my pet peeve because I'm like, this is low-hanging fruit that should not have been cited. You have plenty of notice to do it, and they would still cite them. So now CMS mandated that they don't even give us that 30-minute notice. If before with that extra, do you think that 30 minutes actually is going to make a difference? No. For them or us, no. I mean, it hurts us more because now when we see that they're at 7:30, we at least have time for everybody to make sure that they're in the building. But now we're going to go in with the Flower Light Illusion Luminous Makeup Nude Skin. And this has got 18 SPF. But now it just makes it to where hospitals aren't, because it's unannounced and they come whenever they want, and where people won't be in the building and then they're going to be mad. Well, you know what? You didn't even give us our 30 minutes. And if people didn't prepare in the 30 minutes that you gave us, you're not surprising us. So I don't know what the whole point is with that one, with that 30 minute, taking away that 30 minutes. But anyway, so now they just show up at the door. But the last surveyors that came for our stroke survey, to recertify us for our stroke, they were actually in my hotel, and I was like, I looked, and they actually tell you the day they're coming, so we knew they were coming. And then, but I was at breakfast, I'm like, I think those are the surveyors. They look like surveyors. And sure enough, they were. And so I'm like, oh, maybe that's a good sign. Maybe Joint Commissioner will come in my building, or my hotel, and I'll see them at breakfast, and I can be like, there's suits here. I'll text my boss. There's suits in, if there's 4, I think there's going to be like 4 or maybe 5 of them. So if I see at least 4 suits, this is just a concealer that I don't know, that it doesn't have a name, from Flower Beauty. But yeah, so that would be nice. Then I could, everybody can like make sure they're ready. But I always tell people, make them dig, make them work for their money. Don't just give them when they walk in the door and they see, and you have something blocking a fire extinguisher. Make them dig for the citations. But that doesn't always, they don't listen to me. And it still kills me whenever they see food and drinks at the nurse's station. Dude, you heard the overhead, and you know that, because like as soon as they walk in the building, they say, welcome, Joint Commission, so people know, hurry up and clear your units. And everybody knows you can't have food and drinks at the nurse's station. So when you hear that, hide it. Okay, I want to try that other color on the Laura Geller that I keep forgetting to do. This one here that I didn't, I think it's Tropical Coral. Yeah. But yeah, so I remember I loved working nights because no managers or anything was there, and I'd always have my drink at the nurse's station, because where the break room was located, I would never, like, it was like all down this hall and then down this hall, and it was like, I'm not gonna just to go get a sip, run to that break room, take a sip, and then run back out. And I mean, I never even had time. I ran my, like, I never got a bathroom. I pretty much didn't get a bathroom break. I didn't, you know, I do like that color. I was thinking it was going to be more bronzy and I wasn't going to like it. I do like it. It went really nice. Okay, now we're going to use the Miracle Glow Satin Finishing Powder from Flower Beauty. But yeah, so I would, that's one of the reasons I like to work nights. And my boss sometimes would get there at 6 in the morning, you know, so I'd make sure, okay, by 6, you get rid of your drinks. But now they've allowed nutrition stations, like a section that you can kind of like block off and label it nutrition station, so you can keep it at the nurse's station but just in that spot. Because, you know, I think finally Joint Commission realized that, you know, we needed nutrition. It's a 12-hour shift. It's, you know, running around. You don't have time to really go to the break room. Let's get my T-zone. But and even then, people can't just move their drinks to the nutrition station. Before Joint Commission gets up to their unit. But, oh well. Alright, now we're going to use the Heat Wave Sunswept M1. And that's actually wasn't Joint Commission. That's OSHA regulation. But they cite you under infection control if they see nurse food and drinks at the nurse's station. And that's a whole bullshit thing. Because Joint Commission has to survey on behalf of CMS, and then they also, you know, have to know the OSHA standards too. And then know where they can cite you under, you know, that particular regulation. Just like on the fire safety, you have to know the NFPA standards as well. And they'll cite you under the life safety section for the environment, like the building and all that stuff, inspection. Okay, anyway, for Grief Awareness Day, you know, just be mindful that people grieve in different ways. Because I've seen people be like, oh my gosh, they just lost so-and-so, I can't believe they're, you know, whatever. But remember, people cope differently with grief than others. Okay, and this is the Flower Pots in the shade Sweet Pea PB1. And, you know, like, my husband, when his dad died, which was 5 days after our wedding, so for the first 4 years, he kind of, it was hard on him, and he did take it out on me, not like in a violent way, but he was not the nicest person for the first 4 years. But, you know, I knew, I'm like, okay, he's grieving. But then at one point, I'm like, dude, it's 4 years. give it up. And, you know, I wanted to be like, you can be nicer now, you know. Alright, we're going to use the Pyramids highlight. But, you know, I loved him. I understood what he was going through. And then he finally was like, I guess because I let him grieve. But, you know, like, he back then wouldn't let his emotions out. So I think that was the other thing, is he couldn't grieve. He felt like he couldn't, like, show his grief. And so I think bottling it inside is what was harder for him and took longer for the grief. And now he's more emotional. Okay, let's go in with this Poppy shade. There is fallout in this. Like when I got done with my eyes, I had quite a bit. Is it pouring down rain? I hope not. Okay, let's blend using the Flower Beauty brush. But yeah, he finally came around. I don't know if it is like, you know, people need some type of closure, I think, in order to like let go some of that grief. Right, let's see if we can get more of this Lash Warrior out by Flower Beauty. But so the people that hold in their emotions, like my husband did, you'll find a way to, and if I wasn't 18 years old, I probably would have known a little bit more to be like trying to get him more help. But I was 18. And I loved his dad. His dad was so funny. And he loved me. He really did like me. His mom has always hated me from day one. But his dad loved me. Yeah, and his mom never really, to this day, has accepted me. Which is fine, because guess what? I'm not going anywhere after 28 years. After he got hit by the bus, though, she was the most cordial to me that she's ever been. Okay, let's use the Flower Beauty Scribble Stick and Razzleberry. Then we're going to use this Basic Beauty lip gloss and Mocha Frap. I guess it's this color. I don't think I smell anything. Which, it would have been nice if it smelled like Mocha Frap. Maybe it's I don't know. I don't really smell anything. Alright. Now we need to go back in with this and do our inner corners. And They have a matte shade for that colors that I normally do for highlight. So let's go in with, I guess, Aster. Okay, but I need a little highlight or glitter. So let's go in with Coneflower and just kind of put that over the matte. Oh. Just we have a little bit, but that's a little dark, so I hopefully with the mix between the two shades, putting it over. Actually, it's not that bad putting it over. Okay, now let's kind of blend this out a little bit more. Alright, let's use the Flower Seal the Deal Hydrating Setting Spray. Alright, so I used this Basic Beauty lip gloss. I like it. I wish it was scented though. But at least it's moist, and I do like the color. The palette was good. I had some fallout, which is fine. That's why I do my eyes first. But if you don't, be careful because it does have some fallout. And then this blush, that shade was very pretty. I did like it. So this is it for First Impressions Friday and Flower Beauty. Let me know what you think down below. And the riddle of the day is, what do you call two birds that are stuck together? Comment down below and I'll see you next time. Bye!